Okay, this is where the onions was in the skillet, and I have turned it, and it's about done. Now you use your little thermometer to make sure that it's done. At this point is when you keep a close eye. You think that that water is going to absorb the flavor. No, the water evaporates and the flavor goes into the hamburgers and whatnot. Be careful if you want it to stay, translucent and whatnot. So right now it's translucent. This is where you be careful because the water will finish evaporating and you don't want to burn it. So watch it carefully at this point where it starts evaporating. Now you see how the onions are beginning to get translucent. You know, if you don't want them too, moist and whatnot, you could take the onions out of the skillet at this point because that in a while it's going to start to fry. If you don't want to fry it, still done. It's still moist. The water kept it moist and it kept the onion from cooking too fast. And pretty soon all the water's going to be gone. So be careful because it could fry. So if you want the onions, don't want the onions like real thin and whatnot, but it has some flavor inside the onions and whatnot. And when you get through, you could just put the onions on top of the hamburger and put the hamburgers on the bun and whatnot. This got to take a little while, just a little bit, just to cook because it's beginning to get translucent. I took some of the onions out so it won't get too thin, but it has the flavor in it. Put on the bun, put lettuce, tomatoes, ketchup, whatever you want to put on it, and enjoy. And don't forget to subscribe. This is a quick fix. It might take a while for this water to evaporate. Don't pour it out. You're pouring out the flavor if you do. So you could go wash dishes or do something else that you was going to do, but come back and check it, because now that it's getting to this point, you see how the water is evaporating, and I don't want my onions to burn or get too thin, okay? So, so once you get done, it's about done. Don't forget your thermometer, get your thermometer and whatnot, and enjoy your burger. And just put the onions on top of the burger.